Welcome to sportsbookraeview.com. I'm Flash, and it's a start of a new week. It's the start of a new month, but Taiwanese and South Korean baseball will be covered here. Now, obviously, I'll get the homework straight out the way. If you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, give us a thumbs up to show our appreciation, and also you can press the link below and read Jay's articles on both the KBO and the CPBL. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Jay, how was your weekend?
It was good. I got some sleep this morning with no baseball, so now that's going to have to hold me together for the entire week, but we'll take it for now.
Yeah, last week we had some baseball in Taiwan because the rains did hold off. Then when we thought we was going to be going, the rains open up again. Are we hoping this week? What's the weather forecast saying? Are we going to get baseball in Taiwan?
It's looking like we have a much more potential in this week than compared to last week, so we should be good for baseball, at least for most of the days. I'm not sure about how all the days will end up, but at least for now. Okay,
before we go to Taiwan, because we always start in the CPBL, then get your thoughts, tips, any questions you want for Jay, get them in the chat, and I will fire them over. I know that Chaz is already there. He's like that. Okay, let's get it. Always, Jason, I trust. And remember, at the end, we'll have a recap. And we'll have the banker, and then I will timestamp these so you can come back and have a look at any time of the day. Let's kick off in the CPBL, and we're going to start with the brothers and the monkeys, Jay.
Yeah, so on Sunday morning, we saw the monkeys actually scored 9 runs, and we've been saying how their offense has been struggling recently, but they were able to put up 9 runs against Darnell and that rest of the Uni Lions team. But now they're facing Jose DePaula, who is on the brothers, and he's coming off a 12 strikeout performance in his last game. He's starting to kind of find his groove and find his rhythm right now with the brothers. Although he started off kind of he was 0-5 to start off the year, which is not good, but he wasn't getting much run support from the brothers. Well, he finally got his first win in his last start, but that was also 2 weeks ago because of the rainouts. So what do we expect out of him? Obviously, he's going to be healthy. Obviously, he'll be able to perform. His strikeout numbers are really high, so we expect a solid outing from DePaula. Then on the other hand, we have Wee Chung Wang of the Monkeys. Yeah, he has a 6.85 ERA and then an FIP of 6.89. So his performance has kind of been up to par with how he's actually been performing. But he's also 3-1 record-wise. He has a win against the brothers. 6.2 innings, had allowed 3 runs on 6 hits with a homer and 4 strikeouts. But then he last pitched in relief. He allowed 3 runs in 1.2 innings against Fubon. And then for DePaula, in his 2 games against the Monkeys, he's actually lost both of them by just going 5 innings. He allowed 10 runs in those 2 games. But that second game, he only allowed 2 runs, where the first game he allowed 8 runs. So he's probably getting a better feel of the Monkeys lineup. So I'm going an official play with the brothers as a slight underdog at plus 115 as an official play. I love how DePaula is performing as of late. I think he's the better pitcher. And with the Monkeys, they haven't been hitting too well. Yes, they had 9 runs in that last outing, but they haven't been nearly as effective hitting the ball recently.
Jay, there's a big shift because the Monkeys probably would have been around minus 220, 250 a few weeks ago. Now all of a sudden it's a flip of a coin. Now what number are they going for the total?
It's going to be 13.5. I'm leaning towards the under. I really appreciated how DePaula has pitched lately. I think that he should be able to perform at a high level in his last start. He only allowed 2 runs in that game. So we're hoping that DePaula does his job. And Wang, he's 3-1. He hasn't been great. He had the 6.85 ERA, but I think he can do enough to keep this total under. Yes, the bullpens are a little shaky, obviously. However, if DePaula can give 6-7 innings and Wang can go 5-6, I don't think that this one creeps over. So I'm going to lean on the under at 13.5.
I don't blame you leaning on the under. You've got fresh pitchers. I mean, you've got one pitcher who's probably hardly done a thing in the last 10 days. He's going to come in absolutely firing. We know it can go both ways. So, I mean, plus 115, the brothers, it is a toss of a coin, so you might as well go with the value. But under 13.5 looks like a safe way. Now, what a game. We're going to go to South Korea. It's KBO, and we've got the Wyverns, the form team in the nation. They had 3 wins last week, and they're hosting top of the table, the Dinos.
Yeah, now the Wyverns are on a 4-game winning streak. And now, like we had originally had said, if they were able to win that sweep against Hanwha, they wouldn't be in last place. So now Hanwha is now in last place. SK is now in ninth place with a little bit better of the winning percentage. This game is pretty tough because at first I was thinking maybe SK can pull off this upset. But then the more you read into it, the Dinos are probably going to win this game. I'm leaning both sides. I'm going to lean on the Dinos minus 200. Also going to lean on the over 10.5 in this matchup. Moon Seong Won of SK, he has a 6.24 ERA and hasn't been great. But if you look at his FIP, it's 3.84. He's been a lot better, a little bit unlucky in his starts. He's only walked 3 batters in 20.2 innings, but he's allowed 31 hits. So, again, he's been very unlucky with balls in play, but the Dinos are one of the best offensive teams. They hit the ball hard. They hit the ball far. And Lee Jae Hawk is on the mound for the Dinos. He's got a 4.46 ERA with a 4.44 FIP. He hasn't been spectacular this season by any means, or, at the end of the day, the Dinos, they have a really great pitching staff. He's been kind of one of the worst guys on that staff. SK is hitting 238 against right-handed pitching, while the Dinos are hitting 303 against right-handed pitching. The Dinos are also hitting 317 at home, and this series will start at home for the Dinos. So I'm going to have to side with the Dinos at minus 200, but it could really go either way. I'm not touching this game, leaning towards the Dinos. Lefties are hitting Jayhawk with an average of 441. SK has a couple of solid left-hitting bats in their lineup, but they've also struggled against righties as a team. So, yeah, this is a toss-up. If you're looking at value, I would go SK. I do think the Dinos are going to win. I wouldn't touch the run total. It's a tough matchup with SK. They're hot right now, and they weren't supposed to be this bad in the first place. So I'm going to go with the Dinos minus 200. But if you want value, definitely go with SK.
But they're only leans. You're not official plays, because the other one is you got first playing ninth. So if a blind man looks at it and says first playing ninth, first has got to win. These are probably the 2 form outfits and most balanced over the last. Or maybe we throw them in the Samsung Lions. But apart from that, SK and the Dinos, they are the 2 form sides over the last 10 days.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know where to. There's really no. There's really no side to go with this one. It's really challenging because obviously the Dinos are a really great team and they have a lot more talent on their roster. But at the end of the day, if you look at the pitching matchup, Moon Seong Won has a better FIP and can perform. And then you have the 441 average for lefties with that Lee Jae Hawk is allowed. So it's really hard to put together this matchup and take anyone with actual money.
Okay, Charles Bartley says, when's this game go off? It goes off around, 4, 5 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow morning. And always Gary Ludwig. Tell Jason I love him. He is really good at what he does. I think he knows that, Gary, but keep the compliments coming. Let's go for the second game now. It's the Heroes versus the Eagles. Heroes put plenty of cash in your pocket. And the Eagles, I think they'll probably be the worst team out of the 10.
Yeah, they've lost 8 straight. But first off, I just want to say thanks to Gary. I really appreciate that.
Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah,
Jay, is he a friend of yours?
I don't know who Gary is, but I really appreciate Gary.
Nice. We like that.
Either way, yeah, Hanwha has lost 8 straight games on the season. That's why they're now in last place. Kiwoom and Hanwha, they've also played each other in a 3-game series prior in this season. Kiwoom went 3-0 against Hanwha. Kiwoom is batting 357 against right-handed pitching, while Hanwha is just batting 240 versus right-handed pitching. But this is the interesting part. Hanwha, a lot of their games have went under, especially at home. However, we have 2 pitchers with an FIP of over 5 in this matchup. So, yeah, Hanwha, a lot of their games have went under the total when they're home. But now we have 2 pitchers with an FIP of over 5. That equals 10 runs. And the total is 9.5. So my official play will be over 9.5 in this matchup. Yes, I understand that Hanwha's games have been going under at home. Hanwha's recent games have went over. Their pitching staff has not been nearly as good in the last week. Obviously, they've lost 8 straight games. So I think it's a small sample size to say, yeah, they stink at home, or they're great at home, or they're not hitting at home. It's a small sample size. I'm going to take the official play over 9.5. I'm going to lean on Kiwoom at minus 170. Again, this is another toss-up game. I wouldn't touch the actual game itself. Hanwha being home, maybe they're going to improve. Maybe they'll be better. Kiwoom is also 3-0 against Hanwha. I would ride with Kiwoom at minus 170 as a lean, but there's really nowhere to really say, yeah, this team is definitely going to win that matchup. You have Han Hyun Hee. He went 1-0 against Hanwha in the first game they played against each other. He allowed a couple of runs in that game. And then Kim E-won of Hanwha went 0-0, but also just allowed 2 runs in that contest. So both these guys pitched well in their season debuts against each other, but now they struggled throughout the season. I think that this game should hit the over.
Yeah, I agree. I agree totally. You're only asking for the averages hit. You're going to hit minimum 10 runs. I think the Heroes smashed the Eagles, to be honest. At minus 170, you're going to be looking at maybe minus 120 if you go with the Heroes minus 1.5. This is me just putting a little bit more on Jay's leaning bone. Let's go with the Lotte Giants versus the Kia Tigers, Jay.
Yeah, this is another fun one. The Kia Tigers have absolutely destroyed the Lotte Giants this season. They're 3-0, and they've combined with the combined score that they've won these games 21-3. So the Giants have only scored 3 runs against the Tigers throughout the entire 3-game slate that they already played. These pitchers also pitched against each other before. You had Im Ki-young of Kia, and then Park Si-woong of Lotte. This game in the matchup was 6-1. Kia won when they faced each other. Last season, when Kia faced Park Si-woong, they scored 11 runs in 6.2 innings against Park Si-woong. So, yeah, I'm going to make an official play with Kia at minus 160. I'm going to lean on the over 9 in this matchup. Kia's been really great pitching. They've had one of the better pitching staffs, especially starting pitching staffs in the league so far. Their bullpen is in the middle of bullpens in the KBO, but they've been solid, and they're facing a Lotte offense that has been great all season long since the first week. Then you also have Park Si-woong. His FIP is 5.88, and M. Ki-young has an FIP of 2.65. He's only walked 3 batters in 4 games, while Park Si-woong has walked 11 batters in 4 games. So I'm definitely going to go with the Kia Tigers at minus 160 in this matchup.
Yeah, our friend from Singapore, Ang Ji Wee, is here. I know you know that he has to get up very early. We appreciate that, Ang. Over 9, minus 160 for the Tigers, and we're about a little bit of the minus 1.5. You know me, go big or go home. Moving on, the Samsung Lions, most underrated side for me. They will carve you up if you go against them, and they've done it a couple of times last week, and they're against the Twins, Jay.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because right now the Twins slugger Roberto Ramos might be injured. He might not be able to play in this game. So you definitely want to look out for Roberto Ramos and see his health before you make a play on this one. So that's why I'm leaning on both plays. It's going to be a lean on the Twins at minus 135. I'm also going to lean on the over 9.5. What you can do right now is you can take the Twins at minus 135. And if Ramos is a clear play for this game, I'm sure that the line will go up at minus, maybe 170-ish or whatever. So you definitely want to look out for that. Right now, LG they're going to be pitching Lee Min-ho, who's a rookie starter. He only started 1 game this season. He's allowed no runs in 9.1 innings pitched. He's allowed 4 hits, only has 2 strikeouts, and would have an FIP of 4.52. So he's been a little bit lucky in his first 9.1 innings of work. Then you have Wante In of the Samsung Lions. He's in his second year of the league. He's a 19-year-old. And he's shown some signs of excellence. He pitched really well in his last start. He has 18 strikeouts in 26 innings, also allowed 24 hits. He has a 3.12 ERA, but a 4.87 FIP. If you look at this game, they both have pretty low whips. LG is hitting 309 versus right-handed pitching, and then Samsung's just batting 262 versus right-handed pitching. So there's obviously a lean there for the Twins against right-handed pitching. And then also, if you look at road and home splits, you have Samsung, they're hitting 247 on the road, and LG is hitting 276 at home. And then lastly, you have Wante In of Samsung. He has a 4.50 ERA in his last 10 road starts. So that's why I'm going to lean on the LG Twins at minus 135. But again, this game could go either way. We have two young starters that could falter, or they could be excellent. So I'm going to lean on the over 9.5 in this matchup. We've seen Samsung's offense kind of really start improving lately, and then also LG Twins are always a handful, especially with their lefty bats against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, you go against the Lions at your peril, but the Twins, they are in good form. But at minus 135, that's so close to being a flip 'em as well. But the over 9.5, that looks like that's where I would go, Jay, because then I don't care who wins, because I just don't like going against the Lions at any stage of the season. Now, the Doosan Bears, they've got to pull their finger out. They've got to start hitting the ball properly, and they're going to host the Wiz, Jay.
Well, this is another interesting matchup. Like you said, the Doosan Bears need to start hitting the ball. Yeah, they've struggled at home, but on the road, their over has hit 12 out of the 13 games that they've been on the road. And in KT, their over has hit 8-3 and 1 in their home game. So, yeah, then you look at it and you say, okay, this is definitely going to be an over game because all they do is hit overs in these situations. But then you have Orismir Despaigne of KT. He's the lone import pitcher of this slate. Well, his last home games, he's allowed a combined teams. The KT Wiz have only allowed 7 runs in those 2 games. So Despaigne has done a great job at home, and he's been able to shut down the door against teams at home. So I'm going to go an official play with KT at minus 120, but my lean is going to be under 9.5, even though both these teams have hit over in their situations. If you look at Yu-Hoo Kwan of the Doosan Bears, he's been really, really lucky. He's been able to strand 77% of batters this season. And that should regress, obviously. And then KT, they hit lefties. Juan Kwan is a lefty. They hit lefties at an average of 326, which is the best in the league. And then Despaigne is holding lefties to a .212 average. And the Bears, their lineup's going to have 6 or 7 lefties in their lineup. Despaigne does well against those lefties. So I'm taking the official play with KT minus 120 over the Doosan Bears. And then my lean is under 9.5 with Despaigne on the mound.
Okay, well, Daniel Gelwick, and I think it's Gelwick, it might be Gelwick, says, I hit all the overs for a great parlay Sunday, ha. Daniel, you're turning into the parlay king. So tomorrow, when I see you in the chat, I'm just going to say, the parlay king hit X. Okay, Jay, give me a rundown, please. Let's go back to Taiwan and just the one game. I want your rundown and then your banker, please, sir.
Of course. So we're going official play with the brothers at around plus 115 against the Monkeys, and we're going to lean on the under 13.5 in that matchup. Then if we're going to look at the Lotte Giants, Kia Tigers. We're going the official play with Kia minus 160 and the lean on the over 9. And then in the Doosan Bears KT Wiz game, we're taking the official play of KT minus 120. We're going to lean on the under 9.5. With the SK Wyverns, NC Dinos, we're going to go lean on the Dinos minus 200. Also going to lean on the over 10.5. Samsung Lions versus the LG Twins, we're going to lean on the LG Twins at minus 135. And then lean on the over 9.5. And then on the Kiwoom Heroes Hanwha Eagles game, we're going to do an official play with over 9.5. And the lean will be the Kiwoom Heroes minus 170. And the official play will be the Kia Tigers at minus 160 for the banker play.
So you're going with the Tigers banker against the Giants?
Yeah, that's the one that calls a Kia victory, most certainly.
Nice. We like that a lot. Now, before I say goodbye to Jay, then please subscribe, press the button. We'll notify you. Any content, you will not miss any of our shows. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. And also, if you press the link in the description, then you can go across and see Jay's articles. And while you're there on our More Sports page, you can then actually see so many different writers for so many different sports. You'll be there for a while, but I'm sure you will enjoy it. Everyone in the chat, thank you very much. Good luck. It's the start of a new week. Let's absolutely smash it. Jay, good luck, my friend, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, we're here all week. You take care.
You got it. Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Cheers, Jay. Good luck, everyone. See you soon.